check. Okay, good evening everyone. We are just having 13 minutes of free practice and then we will start with qualifying at 8 p.m. IST. So we will just keep watching the free practice until then. So we've just gotten news that Mohammed Ibrahim, who is actually an Asian karter and a really, really good sim racer, will not be participating for this Real Racers versus Sim Racers event as he had other obligations. So it will be 9 racers versus 9 sim racers. less than 10 minutes to go. Less than 10 minutes to go. Five minutes to go, and we will be in qualifying, where it will be now or never to be racing in Zandvoort. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first edition of UltimateE. Tonight you are going to witness real-world racers pitted against some of India's top gamers in their backyard. The game being played today is called Asseto Corsa, and to put it in short, the game has great graphics, great physics, great handling, and great gameplay all around. The driver lineup consists of 10 real drivers and 9 racers. 9 gamers, sorry. We have actually lost one racer, so we are down to 9 real racers and 9 gamers. And they're going to be racing on 3 different tracks on 3 different weekends. So it is going to be a full-on action-packed weekend for you guys, and we will be commentating as well as streaming it for free. So coming into the final minute of the free practice session, we're going to go into 10 minutes of qualifying, and with that we are going to see who is going to be on top starting the first and second race. "30 seconds to go, we will be starting quali, and it is going to be a lit one. We do encourage comments and questions, as we will have Arman and Aditya, the founders of X1, coming in and responding on Insta to your questions. So go ahead and go check it out. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask them, they will respond. To tell you which time they will be live on Instagram, they will be live post-quali or after qualifying, so you can go and check it out then. But till then, enjoy the qualifying. Talking about the race format, we have 10 minutes of qualifying. We have a race that is 15 minutes long. Actually, 2 races, not 1, but 2 races that will be 15 minutes long. And if I'm not wrong, that will be plus 1 lap. With that, all assists are on. It's going to be during dry weather, so there's not going to be any rain during this. All assists will be on except for stability control. And the drivers have been chosen. They had the choice to choose which manufacturer they want to go through or use. And they have to stick with that the whole weekend. So that means that we're spectating Abhishek right now, and he is in the Audi R8, and he will be using that the rest of the race weekend. The interesting thing about choosing manufacturer is that now you have to stay with that manufacturer, and you will be forced, if you do not like the way the car handles, you will be stuck with that manufacturer. So it is very vital and very important that you choose the absolute right driver or manufacturer, sorry. So coming into the end of free practice, we can see that Arjun Maini was actually on the top of free practice with the fastest lap, setting 2 purple sectors, first purple sector and second purple sector. So now we are actually in qualifying. We are just down the first minute of qualifying, waiting to get on to the rest of the qualifying, getting a spectating view. And it is going to be very interesting because we have 9 real racers versus 9 gamers. the real racers are obviously people who race on a real track in real cars, and the sim racers are people who do this for a living and are really, really good at it, yet alone fast. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see who will be on top. We have seen a very strong performance from the real racers as well as the gamers. So we are going to be seeing some really, really close calls and really close battles, especially in Zandvoort. Spectating Arjun Maini right now, he is coming down into turn 7, if I'm not wrong. He's coming down into turn 7, and he will be starting his fastest lap as soon as he's at the end, and we shall spectate him, or rather another driver, and see what times they are setting. We have Sohil Shah coming just out of the pits right now. He is the last person to leave the pits, so that we'll see how that folds. He's probably waiting to see what everyone else and what times everyone else is setting. We see a little bit of oversteer from Arjun Maini, slowing down, getting ready for his lap. Let's see how he does. Spectating Karthikeyan, he's in the Porsche. Let's see what time he will set. He's also coming in straight, and he's almost in the last couple of turns, so let's see what type of time he can set. He does a handful of esports racing himself, or sim racing rather, and we should expect some good results from him. Right ahead of him is Arjun Maini. They're both starting the laps, getting a nice exit off Karthikeyan on the main straight. Let's see what time he can set. Hopefully he does not go too wide, or he doesn't get the Tarzan wrong. He seems to have gotten it really good exit off of that, and it seems to be a solid exit. Coming into turn 4, still looking extremely strong and looking extremely fast. It seems like Arjun Maini might actually still be in the way, hopefully not for too long. So as Karthikeyan is coming down in turn 9, looking extremely flawless and not made any mistakes that we can see from up here, but only time will tell what type of time he has set. We have Duta, who set a 1:35.420, which is a very, very good time, but let's see what the other people, let's see what everyone else sets to see where he stands today. Karthikeyan is still coming back. He has a couple of turns left, looking extremely strong, going just a little bit wide. Will that be an invalidated lap time, especially with corner cutting on strict? That might be. Oh, he's just on the line. That might have been an invalidated lap, but let's see what it says. He's coming down the straight. Let's see what time Karthikeyan has set. Has he set a time? No, he has set an invalidated lap time, so that means he has to go for another lap and try to set a time. Hopefully, he only has 5 minutes left, so he needs to make sure that this is the one lap that he gets. He needs to set a time at least. So, checking back up, we have Arjun Maini taking pole position for the moment, and he has set a 1:36.072, looking extremely strong, but Duta is not going to let him go that easily, just 3/10 behind. And as I say that, Amit Kuti comes to cross the line, being 2/10 behind, looking extremely strong. Abhishek getting in the way of the pits, hopefully not compromising the other driver. I'm not sure who that was. Hopefully not compromising his race. We have some yellow flags out as someone is just coming out of the sandpit straight into Lickit, sorry. And they're both on the grass. I don't know exactly what is happening, but we still have to see. Karthikeyan is still yet to set a time. Let's hope he set a time at the end of this lap. Has Karthikeyan? No, not yet. Well, we have Shahan in the back with not a very solid time. He is pretty far behind. He has to make up a lot of time to make sure that he is on top. Karthikeyan has actually set a time which is, it puts him in 8th place for the time being, 1.4 seconds behind Arjun Maini, which is a solid time, but there's still a lot of time to find and a lot of time to gain. And let's see if he can do it in another lap or 2 laps. We have Shahan going a little wide, slowing down, letting the other driver pass, not compromising. This is good racing. This is good etiquette and very respectful. Getting an onboard review or view of Rohan Shankar. Rohan is in the Lamborghini, looking very strong. He has not been on his A game, I would say, for yesterday's mock practice session. But let's see what time he can make up this session. Spectating Abhishek. Abhishek is actually an esports racer. He participated in X1's races, and he has actually won in Chennai, and also he is an esports finalist, coming I think 5th place in all of India, which is incredible. Right now he's looking extremely strong. He is only 7/10 behind. Still a lot of time to make up, but not too much. Arjun Maini is still gaining on his time with a 1:35.7, just getting stronger and stronger. I think he is pretty satisfied with that time, so he will be coming back to the pits and maybe calling it a day. Spectating Amit. Amit is also an extremely fast esports driver. He also participated in X1, and he also participated against India versus Sri Lanka and actually was the winner of that race. He went to Sri Lanka and participated and won and brought home a very comfortable trophy for India. So seeing Amit right on top, Amit is very young and he is showing that he's got what it takes to be on top. With only 1 minute to go in this qualifying session and seeing how the races will go, we have Gupta going a little bit wide, but still maybe in this. He is coming down into, if I'm not wrong, he's coming down into turn 12? No, sorry, he is all the way in the front. He has just come off the straight, so he's on turn 3 right now. We have other people coming into the pits who was not able to see who that was exactly. But we got Saurav coming down the straight, coming into that first turn, coming into Tarzan, taking an extremely tight line, and getting a good exit off, not touching any of the curbs. Maybe a little bit of lag there, looking like he was about to take off. I thought for a second this was a flight simulator game. Now we have an onboard view of Saurav. He is looking extremely strong coming in. This is his now or never lap to see if he can gain better time than 8th place. He looks extremely strong coming in to turn 10, getting a comfortable exit, maybe a little bit wide, but nothing that will compromise his time too much. So now we're coming into the last couple of turns with Saurav. He needs to prove that he has what it takes. Saurav is also an extremely talented real racer, and you can see that he is not one to mess with. He is in top 10 with other real racers, meaning that he is top 10 in India when it comes to simulators. Coming down the straight, let's see if he's improved on his time a little bit. no, it seems he has improved on his time, but not enough to justify a spot up or a couple spots up. So he will be happy, maybe happy with his 8th place, but he is stuck there. Now that everyone is in the pits, we are pretty much ready to go. Let's check out the times of everyone here. We have Arjun Maini looking extremely strong, but still not getting that 3rd sector in purple. We have Sohail Shah getting a nice 3rd sector purple, but he is not making up the time in the 1st and 2nd sector. So as we are pretty much done with the race, let's see, or sorry, qualifying, let's see. We have Arjun Maini in pole position, Sohail Shah in 2nd, and we have Amit Kuti in 3rd. We're going to take a 1.5 minute break, and then we are going to start the race for an action-packed day, to rather say. As you can see, it's an extremely tight track, so it is going to be really close. Let's hope that there's not too much carnage. It would be great if there wasn't any, but let's see if we can get some good overtakes in the shot, and let's see where everyone stands. So for me personally, as I am a commentator, I am not to be on anyone's side, but I will say I don't expect too much carnage on turn 1, as it is a very wide turn and a lot of space if you make a mistake to go wide. So I don't think anything will happen in the 1st turn, but I'm expecting stuff to happen on either 2nd or 3rd turn, as it is extremely tight going down there, and it could be a spot for lunges and carnage. 20 seconds to go. Let's see who will be on top the 1st lap. As the session's about to start, this is the first ever race against real racers versus gamers, and this is the 1st edition of UltimateE. I'm glad for all of you guys to be here. Let's see how the race goes as we go and start. I don't know if this is a formation lap or not. It looks to be as so, and no overtakes. Everyone is just keeping their positions. Let's see how it goes. If anyone wants to comment down on the stream, who do you think will be on top? Let me know. Let us know as UltimateE, and see where you think your predictions are for this race and for race 2. Okay, as we get going for the race, we are on a rolling start. Let's see where the positions are. We have Amit Kuti right behind, a little bit of lunge. Amit getting stuck in between. Amit is spun around. He has been dropped from the top. Was that Amit? I'm not sure if that was Amit or not, as Amit is actually in the Ferrari, so that could mean that... Oh, there's been a lunge. Sohail Shah has gone around. Sohail is being spun around. He has been hit in the back, and he's compromised someone else's race. That looks like Amit's race as well. That is not good news. No, Gupta has gone around, not Amit. My bad. Gupta has gone around. That is not good. This has been an action-packed start. As you saw, I thought there would be a lot of carnage in turn 3, and there was. There's still carnage going around. 3, 4, 5 drivers have spun around. 5 drivers are spun around. This means that Abhishek takes the lead out of nowhere, sitting peacefully in 5th place. That means he is on top. Abhishek has let the leaders go. Has he? No, someone else has slowed down. And there's people spinning around everywhere. Someone's out in the there is just carnage happening everywhere. Yellow flags are out. Yellow flags are out. We have Sandeep just peacefully going up. We're gonna have to split the group if we want this to be a clean race, because there's just carnage everywhere. The yellow flags are still out. Actually, the flags are green now. Let's see how this continues. We still have Abhishek in first. He was sitting comfortably in 5th place, and now he is in first. So because everyone has spun out, that means Arjun Maini has to go into the pits. It is not mandatory to make a pit stop, so this can really affect his race as well as Amit's race and everyone below. Everyone will have to pit and get ready to go. Again, we have Gupta coming out of the pits now, and he seems to be in a good position, not the position that he started in, but better to have come out on top of everyone else in the pits. Maybe he can make a comeback. Let's see, as we have 12 minutes left in this session. Spectating Sandeep, he is under pressure as people are fighting for second place. We have Satish right behind, gaining slowly on him. So Sandeep has got to watch out what he does, otherwise he will get the drop on him. Let's hope that there isn't a big lunge to a point we have more spin outs. Abhishek is peacefully in first place. I don't think he has anything to worry about, as he has a comfortable 8-second lead coming in, and he is going to be very pleased with that result, as he didn't lunge and he waited for everyone else. He is on his 2nd lap now, and let's see how this goes. So Abhishek is still in the lead. We have Likit in the back. There has been someone that has been penalized for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good news. I'm not sure who that was. I did not check who the name was. I just saw the speed limit as right before it was about to go. But we see Satish right behind. Again, as I said, he is going to be under pressure, and now he looks like Hari might get the drop on him. Hari is also an esports racer, so Hari knows this is his territory. He knows exactly what to do to get the overtake on him. He is not lunging, but Satish does look like he's braking really early, causing Hari to brake really hard, and you can hear his brake squealing. That is not good. As we see a close battle coming up, we see Hari under pressure again. Hari is about to make the move, coming into turn 12. He has successfully made the move as Satish braked way too early. That means Hari is up into the podium positions. I'm sorry, I meant that I think Hari had actually overtaken and Satish made the dive bomb. That is my bad. Satish has gotten him back and Satish is still in the podium. But that means that Hari needs to watch out. Hari is actually in 4th place. That means Satish has actually made the move into 2nd place. Not lost a position, but actually gained. Hari is now being compromised by Sandeep. Sandeep is gonna have to move for Hari to let him pass, and Sandeep is been pushed down into 4th. Hari has now got to catch up to Satish, making sure that he is on his tail the whole time. And I think Satish is also catching up to someone else. No, Satish is in 2nd place, and Abhishek is got a comfortable 12-second lead now, and he is extremely far ahead. He's just got to stay consistent, making sure he does not spin out. Hari is still in 3rd place, trying to find the right spot to catch up. Amit has, as he was in 2nd place, now he is all the way down to 9th, which is not what he wanted, but it happens. This is hard racing, and he still has another race to make up. At the same time, it is just bad placement and bad timing, so I feel bad for everyone, especially Arjun Maini, looking extremely strong, and now he's in last place because he got pushed around in 3 consecutive corners. we have a close battle between Hari. Hari's got to be careful and making sure he does not hit Pradhan. Pradhan is actually 2 laps behind. That means he is being lapped, he is 1 lap behind. That means he's being lapped right now, and Pradhan is compromising Hari's race by holding him back. So as we are pretty much halfway through the session right now, we can see where everyone stands. As I said, anything can happen. Arjun was comfortably in pole position, but now he is all the way in last. Let's see if he can make up any time coming back. Maybe top 10. It is very unlikely, but anything can happen, as I said. Abhishek is on his 4th lap, still gaining time on Satish. So Satish needs to gain up on his time, making sure that he's running faster than Abhishek every lap. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to get that first position. But I think Satish is pretty happy with that 2nd position right now. Obviously not first, but top 3. As I'm speaking about top 3, we can also see that the Audis have pretty much locked up the first 3 spots, followed by the Ferrari, followed by the Porsche. Abhishek has just started his 5th lap now, looking extremely strong, not making any mistakes, going a little bit, not following the exact line, but going a little bit wide. That is okay, he's not taking the tightest line, and he has time to spare. Satish is comfortably in 2nd place now. He is pretty much locked up his 2nd place unless he spins out or anything above. We have someone else, a 30-second penalty. I'm not sure who that was for again, but there's a 30-second penalty put on. So spectating Amit has he's right behind Pradhan. He's trying to make the move, but Pradhan is in the right position at the right time, giving him no space to overtake. Pradhan is holding this lead very nicely, but he is on his tail, so Pradhan needs to make sure that he's consistent and not making mistakes so he can keep his position. But it looks right now that there has been, and Amit has made the move and pushed Pradhan wide, and Amit has pretty much gained a place, going up into 8th now from 9th. Now Amit is on the run to gain more positions. He looks very strong. Unfortunate for him to have spun out, but looking extremely strong again. Amit is actually 2 laps behind, so this is not looking very good for him if he wants to gain, but 8th place is comfortable. And speaking about comfortable, people who are gaining positions from people who have landed behind, Arjun Maini has made a position, but I think one person has actually either been disqualified or has been kicked out of the session, or the game has crashed. So that means there are only 14 drivers in the lobby right now. Amit Kuti right behind, trying to make the move. This looks like someone in 4th place now. He is running really slow. Maybe he can unlap himself. Amit is still looking a little bit. He's trying not to make any mistakes. Right behind Sandeep. Sandeep is under pressure, incredible pressure, and Sandeep going from 2nd to 4th right now. Amit has made the move. Amit has been spun again, pushing both drivers wide. The drivers have to avoid behind. Amit might have damage, but no, Sandeep might have more damage than him. That might compromise Amit's race. Amit is back on it again. Sandeep going a little bit for the lunge there, causing the carnage. Oh, and there's someone else spun. Sandeep has spun as well. I'm not exactly sure who the other driver was, but Sandeep has spun as well. That means Amit is in the clear to go and full push. Karthik Tarni in 11th place. He also did get hit, so he is not in a comfortable position from where he started, but it is better than nothing, as you can see with Arjun, who is all the way in the back. Arjun does have to make up some positions. He is only less than a second away from Gupta. Arjun Maini looking extremely, you can see he is stressed out with the race, and he has made a comfortable move on Gupta. Gupta going a little bit wide, causing him to lose the position. That means that Arjun Maini is up into 13th and Gupta is down into 14th. Gupta looks like he might make the lunge. He goes a little bit wide going into turn 13 and getting a good exit out. But Arjun Maini is looking extremely strong, as we have seen all qualifying. So the chances of Gupta catching up are really low, but anything can happen, as I've said. Sohail Shah in 7th place as well. Sohail Shah is an extremely fast driver, starting 2nd place, but also got spun out and had to go into the pits. So he is down from 2nd place into 7th. Abhishek is comfortably in 1st place. He's not gained too much time on Satish. That means Satish is pretty much running the same time as Abhishek, which means that Satish doesn't seem like he's gonna gain that much time, as there's only less than 2 minutes to go. As Satish crosses the finish line, well, not finished yet, but finishes the start-finish line, he is going into Tarzan, and he seems to have gone a little bit wide. Hari seems to be 6 seconds behind. That means Satish has gained a lot of time compared to Hari. Hari is not gaining that much time. He may not be able to get the lead unless Satish makes a mistake, but Hari has pretty much locked up 3rd place, unless, again, anything can happen, mistakes can happen, and that is just could be human error or the car error. So spectating Sandeep caused an accident with Amit, possibly causing his compromising his race. Amit is still in 8th place, but that means that Amit may have lost a lot of time that he could have used to have gained 1 or 2 positions, and that is, in my opinion, that is completely Sandeep's fault. He went for a move that was not there, and he was obviously the slower driver, but decided to push, and that caused the accident. But either way, everything is good. Amit seemed to have very little damage, so he will continue. Abhishek,
leaders on the final lap. Give it all you can.
Abhishek is on the final lap. That means that this has been an action-packed, absolute beautiful race one. There has been a ton of carnage, but let's hope that coming into race 2, it will not be the same. Karthik Tarni right behind him, but I think Karthik Tarni is actually trying to unlap himself. Will Karthik Tarni be able to? Karthik Tarni is, as I said, a real racer, and he is still looking a little bit stiff, maybe losing a slight bit of time to Abhishek. Abhishek has been really strong this whole race, and we have seen that. He waited, did not make any moves. He waited and saw everyone else spin out, and he made the move to go from 5th to 1st place, and that was remarkable. Satish has lost 2 seconds from last lap, and that is not looking good. But as I said, Satish has pretty much locked up 2nd place, and Hari has locked out 3rd. Onboard view of Karthik Tarani trying to make a move, but did not get the chance to. Abhishek right behind. Abhishek is about to finish the race, coming into the final few corners, coming into 14 and getting an exit out of 15. Let's see Abhishek finishing the race. A remarkable talent. Abhishek did extremely well. Abhishek will love that win. Coming from 5th to 1st, what a race Abhishek has seen, and you can see that Abhishek has got what it takes to be on top. He kept his cool, kept his patience, and it paid off this race. We still got one more race to go, which means Abhishek will actually have the 25 points from this race, but has he set the fastest time? I am not sure of that. Amit quickly crossing the line. Amit in 8th place. We have Satish, Hari in 3rd, Satish in 2nd, Dutta in 4th, Sandeep in 5th, who caused an accident. We have someone stopped on the track, that's Dutta, but I think he's been put back into the pits. We have Advait Diodar making his cross against the line. There's been a yellow flag out. Arjun Maini, unfortunate race for him as he got pushed and he had to go into the pits and repair his car as quick as possible. That means he will be finishing the race at 11th, still gaining 4 positions from last, but not the race that he wanted as he started in 1st. This has been an incredible race and I am glad that we have seen it and I have had the opportunity to commentate on it. As everyone comes back into the pits, we will be starting race 2 with another rolling start immediately. So as we're looking at the timetables, if I'm not wrong, that means that Abhishek has set the fastest time of the lap. If I'm not wrong, that means that he gets an extra point for setting the fastest time. If I'm not wrong, but we are starting up the next race in less than a minute. We are going to take that slight break. As I said, the post qualifying there was a Q&A with Arman and Aditya on Instagram. I forgot to mention it because we were about to start an incredible race 1, but now we are going to be starting race 2, looking extremely strong, and let's see how it goes. So I'm not exactly sure who had lagged out, but whoever that was, he is back into the race. That means we have, again, 15 drivers that are back, which is good news. I also want to mention that Audis have locked up the first 3 positions for race 1 of 6 races that are happening this weekend, which, again, as I have said, you can watch all 3 weekends at 8 p.m. as we will be starting them. Only 10 seconds to go. We are going to have another action-packed race 2. It is going to be amazing. We have someone, Adi, saying, "Go Rohan, Rohan, we have some fans for you." Let's see if Rohan can make, again, Rohan Shankar can make some position, starting 10th place. Starting 12th place. Let's see how it goes. We have our formation lap starting right now. Coming into turn 14 and turn 15, as I said, it is a formation lap. They're going to have a rolling start. That means Arjun Maini has to get a good lap out. We have some more supporters for Rohan. Rohan, you have a couple supporters in the chat right now. Whenever he gets the opportunity to watch this again, let's see how it goes. Coming into the straight, that means Arjun Maini will be starting Sohail Shah right next to him. Let's see how this formation lap goes. And it looks, we still have the red flags out, if I'm not wrong. We're gonna have the green flags. Green lights are out right now. This means this is the final race of Zandvoort. Let's see how it goes. Arjun Maini braking a little bit late, going a little bit out. He has seemed to have gotten a little bit of a lead. It looks a little bit cleaner this time as per race 1 where people were spinning out, but looking extremely clean. We still got the leaders up. And we're coming into turn 4. Still Arjun Maini on top, which is much better from before, as by now he had actually been in last by now. And he had to go into the pits, but everyone looks so far looking extremely clean, which is really good. Arjun Maini still in first place, Sohail Shah right behind him, Dutta in third place. What has happened to Amit? Amit has seemed to have spun out and he is in 7th place now. That means Dutta will inherit that 3rd place, and he needs to be extremely careful that he doesn't get spun out. Abhishek in 5th place right now, getting overtaken by Karthik Tarani. That means that will push him into 6th place. Amit in behind, not with too much damage, making a move on Abhishek, taking the inside line. No, did not pay off, and he spun around. Abhishek has spun around as well as other drivers. 3 drivers involved in this spin. Someone has been pushed wide. This is not good for everyone involved. Amit was to blame for that, and another person is being spun around. What is going on this race? That is Advait. He is being spun around. Let's see if he can make a quick recovery. Hopefully not too much damage. Arjun Maini still in 1st place with Sohil Shah right behind him. Karthik Tarani inheriting that 3rd place. Satish right behind. Will Karthik be able to hold it as Satish is gaining a little bit of time, only 1 second out. Amit into 5th place as he pushed off Abhishek, causing a spin and causing damage that lap. As Arjun Maini is still in 1st place, Sohil Shah not getting off his tail. Sohil Shah will have a lot of time that he'll have to gain. Arjun Maini still looking extremely strong, but Sohil Shah seems to be right on his tail, not giving up the position. Sohil Shah not getting the best exit out of that. That means Arjun Maini will gain a little bit of time. Sohil Shah is still comfortably in 2nd place as Karthik Tarani is 4 seconds behind. Karthik Tarani needs to be able to defend that 3rd place. That is a much better result as per compared to last time, and the races seem to be restarted. I will get some more checkup on that. Drivers were sent to the pits, so that means that it will be a restart. 3 drivers were sent into the pits, which is not good. That means that there will be a restart. So after 50, we have 50 more seconds until the restart. And let's see how this action-packed race will go again. We saw a bunch of spins, but let's see how it goes. Getting news that Saurav is not in the pits right now, Saurav is not on the grid, not the pits, and that is not good. That is not good news. We might have to restart again and see how race 2 goes. So someone is actually in the pits right now. We might have another restart. J-Rap saying what happened. We had some people that were in the pits that compromised their race. As you can see, someone else is in the pits right now. That is Sohil Shah, and we will have a restart for that, as Sohil Shah will compromise Sohil Shah's race, even though he was supposed to be starting 2nd. So let's see, we might see another restart, but let's see what the stewards say first. We see 3 more drivers in the pits. This is not looking good. We might have another restart. Yeah, we're gonna have to have another restart. This is not looking good. We still have, as you can see, we have 2 other drivers just leaving the pits. It's not supposed to be happening like that. Let's see what goes on. So the race will be restarted and we will be right back. Okay, so we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. We are going to sort it out and be ready with the next race as soon as possible. I extremely apologize for the inconvenience, but we will make sure that the race starts in a couple of minutes. So until then, if anyone has any questions they would like to ask me, I can see who all are typing. So we have a bunch of supporters for Rohan Shankar here, so let's see how this goes. Rohan has got a bunch of fans in the chat right now. We've seen 4 right now, and that is really good. So as the grid is lining up, I'm not sure exactly if all the drivers are on the grid right now. If not, we will have to have another restart. But I don't think there's anyone else in the pits as of now. I can't see. But if there are people in the pits, it is unfair for them, and we will have to sort that out. As we're crossing the pit lane, we have the green lights out. That means that we have all the drivers lining up. No, one person is actually in the pits. That is not going to be good. Gupta seems to be in the pits, if I'm not wrong. But Arjun Maini getting away really good. If the restart does not happen, that means that Arjun has gotten a solid lead away. Sohail Shah under a lot of pressure from Amit. Amit has got to watch out on what he does. If I'm not wrong, that is Amit in the car. But Sohail Shah seems to be really comfortable right now. There is yellow flags out. That means someone has spun out. That was, I'm not sure exactly who that was. That was, if I'm not wrong, that was, I'm not exactly sure who that was, but that person has been pushed all the way into last place. That was Chewang. Chewang was pushed all the way into last, and he seems to, Pradhan also seems to have been pushed all the way into last now. Maybe he has spun out as well. Arjun Maini seems to have lost a little bit of time. That means Sohail Shah is right behind him, and we have Advait Deota right behind in 3rd place. That means Amit has been pushed down into 6th place again. What is happening with Amit? But we have Sohail Shah, who is comfortably in 2nd place. It looks like a little bit of oversteer, but he has completely saved that and seems to be running well. Coming down, finishing the 1st lap. That means Arjun is still in 1st place and Sohail Shah is in 2nd. And as we've seen from race 1, there's been very little carnage, which is really good. We can see a lot of improvement from just 15 minutes of racing. Getting a good look on the grid again, we have Arjun and Sohail Shah going at it for 1st place, which is incredible. Sohail Shah making a lot of time up in that turn. Arjun Maini under a lot of pressure. Arjun has to watch out what he is doing. Advait Deodar also under a lot of pressure from Abhishek. Abhishek had actually won the race one after a bunch of carnage broke out, where the first four had spun out, making Abhishek inherit first place. So we have Amit, who started third place, now in sixth. We will have to make up a bunch of time, making sure we have an onboard view of him. We can see Satish is not giving up that position. Abhishek from in fourth place. Abhishek seems to be a lot of pressure from Satish. Satish is going wide, trying to get that overtake, but no, takes the inside line. No, he is staying back, not going for the lunge, which is beautiful. So we are spectating Rohan Shankar. For all the fans who are in the chat right now, Rohan Shankar seems to be comfortably in 8th place right now. He might be able to gain a couple of positions, as anything can happen. We still have another 11 minutes of racing to go. Spectating Amit. Amit is gained a position on Dutta. That means Amit is up into 5th place, right behind Abhishek. Abhishek is under a lot of pressure coming into turn 4. What will happen right now? Amit is not going to make the move, which is good. Oak says they should be penalized for dirty racing. I will not make any comments on this. It is completely up to the stewards, and if they deem it dirty or unfair or not. But continuing with the race, we still have views on Sohil Shah and Arjun. There's been a gap that has formed, not too much, but Arjun is comfortably in first place, starting last in race 1, but had a huge accident putting him all the way in last. Sohil Shah in second place still comfortably, but Advait does not seem to be giving up at all. Advait might have a chance on Sohil Shah. We have the top 6 just going at it. If we can get a view on Abhishek anytime soon, let's see how it goes. We have Hari, who was actually 4th place last race, in 15th right now. He might have been the one in the pits. I'm not sure who was, but someone was, and that might have compromised their race. But it is one driver, and there seems to be something going on. So I think we will sort it out for the next race, which is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Sohil Shah seems to not be gaining on Arjun. That means Arjun is extremely fast on this circuit. Gained almost a second this lap itself, and it seems to be going good. Sohil Shah still not giving up, trying really hard to catch up to him, and let's see how it goes. Advait also comfortably right behind Sohil Shah, and this might be good battle. We see a really good battle happening between Amit and Abhishek. Let's see how this goes. Will they launch? Abhishek seems to be under a lot of pressure from Amit. Amit trying really desperately hard right behind him, trying so hard to get past him, but it seems to be okay. Amit is trying to make the move on Abhishek. He has spun Abhishek around. Amit has gained a position, but Abhishek has gone around into the wall. This is not a good race for Abhishek, and it is very unfortunate and bad timing. But that means Amit will gain a position up into 5th place. Sorry, Amit is now in 4th place, not in 5th. Amit is in 4th place now, and he might be able to fight for the podium, as there's no one standing between him and Advait. But this is not good for Abhishek, as this has compromised his race. But maybe we can see a comeback from Abhishek. Only time will tell. But we're spectating Avinash Gupta right now. Avinash seems to be under a lot of pressure from Rohan. Rohan seems to might be making the move, and he spun around. Rohan has taken over into 9th place, and Gupta has been pushed down, and he has lost 2 positions. Hopefully not a lot of damage, but let's see how it goes. We have someone in the pits right now. I'm not exactly sure who it was, but that means Dutta is up into, if I'm not wrong, Dutta is still in 6th place, but there has been a lot of damage, and Carnage. But we will still spectate Dutta. Dutta was pushed down. He was in 4th, if I'm not wrong, this race, but now he is in 7th. Obviously, something has happened. Karthik Tarni right in front of him. Karthik Tarni is looking extremely strong this race and last race. Let's see what Karthik Tarni can do. Karthik has been racing extremely clean, in my opinion, and has not caused any accidents. With that said, that means that Dutta can make a move on Tarni if Tarni is not careful. It seems like Dutta is making up a bit of time on Tarni. That might mean that Tarni needs to gain up on his time a little bit. Abhishek trying to make a move on Rohan right now. Rohan Shankar will be under a lot of pressure now as Abhishek won the first race. Abhishek is an esports driver, so this is really, really good racing. It was very unfortunate for Abhishek to have spun around, but let's see what type of comeback he can make. Abhishek right behind Shankar. Let's see how this goes. Coming into turn 14. Still looking strong. Shankar might have to defend the inside line. Let's see how this goes. Abhishek is gaining on him. Will he make the move? Abhishek seems very strong as we go around. He tries to take the outside line, but no. Rohan Shankar got good braking, but he's going wide, and Shankar has gone off. He has been pushed off. Abhishek will slow down and let him go, but that was an extremely close call. Really good racing from Abhishek to have let him pass, and it's still Rohan Shankar in 9th place and Abhishek in 10th. Amit is also gained on Advait Deodar here. Let's see how this goes. Only less than a second behind Deodar. Deodar will have to defend his position as they are going into this turn. Amit is an extremely talented driver on esports, and he knows what he does. Amit has the pace to take over. Let's see how this goes. Amit has gained 2/10 in this lap. So we can see Amit making right behind Deodar now. Amit has really gained up a lot of time in this lap. Hopefully there will be... Oh, it's extremely tight. Let's see how this goes. Okay, he breaks a little bit early. That means Deodar is still up in 3rd place, but Amit is not giving up, trying to make the move. But no, Deodar has defended, positioning his car extremely well, making sure that this overtake does not happen. Deodar going a little bit wide. Amit taking the inside line. Will he get the overtake this lap? Getting a good exit off. Deodar is protecting his position. Deodar has done well to protect it, but will Amit get a better exit off? It looks like so, but Deodar is... You can see that he is driving he is frustrated with his driving, trying everything to keep him behind, but Amit seems to have made the move. No, Deodar is positioning his car extremely well, making sure that this doesn't happen, but Amit might have made the move right now. No, Deodar is still up. Deodar is doing incredible to defend his position. This is great racing. As we're going into the couple last corners until we are on the straight, let's see what Amit can offer. He is getting really good exit off. Advait seems to be under a lot of trouble. Amit actually having to slow down to make sure he does not push him off or he goes off. Will he get him on the straight? It might not be this straight, but might be this lap. Let's see what Amit can do. Deodar still positioning his car extremely well. Deodar having a little bit of oversteer. Amit is doing incredible racing, making sure that to not cause an accident, which is really good. I would also like to mention that Amit is 16 years old. Amit is an extremely young talent, doing extremely well. And Advait, who is an Amio Cup driver, is 30 years old. So it is the young generation versus the older generation, let's just say. Amit is trying to keep up with, or Advait is actually trying to keep up with Amit's pace, trying to make sure that he doesn't get the overtake or drop on him. So as we are spectating Vioda, the reason why we are staying on these two is because we are expecting great battles between them. As you can see, first and third and fourth are going at it, fighting for third place. Advait is doing everything he can to make sure that he doesn't get this drop on him. Amit has seemed to back off a little bit, not keeping him, or not staying on his tail the whole time. And this might be a smart move. Let's see what Amit has planned for us. Amit right behind on Advait right now. There's some yellow flags out. Gupta seems to gonna be overlapped now. We see some other drivers in the back like Satish and Tarni. Tarni has actually been overtaken, but there's been a little bit of a push by Amit. Amit might have braked a little bit too late, causing that little nudge, but it's okay, no accident, and Advait has gotten a little bit of a lead now. With only 2 minutes to go, this is a now or never moment for Advait to defend his position and Amit to take over. Let's see how this last minute goes. We see Karthik Tarni trying to defend his position in 6th place as Dutta is right behind him, both in the Porsche. Let's see how this goes. Dutta seems to have made a lot of time right behind Tarni. Let's see how this goes. An onboard view of Dutta. He seems to have taken a different racing line, but Tarni still kept the lead. So Dutta is still in 7th place right now. Karthik Tarni doing everything he can to protect his position, to make sure he makes it to the end of the race. But it looks extremely solid for Arjun Maini as we are on the final lap.
Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Arjun Maini seems very strong this whole race, and let's see how this goes. Arjun Maini is been strong this whole race. He has been strong in qualifying and in free practice, and it looks like a well-deserved win for him. But Sohail Shah keeping extremely close to Arjun Maini, making sure that he does not compromise his race and Arjun's race, and he has kept his position in 2nd and fought a good fight. Back into the Amit fight. This is an has Amit made the move? No. Amit seems to be under pressure from someone else, as someone tried to unlap maybe. We should go back to Amit and see how this goes, but Amit has seemed to have lost a lot of time, almost 2 seconds, and that doesn't seem like it's going to be a race. Let's see how Dutta does, if we can get a view on Dutta anytime now, and see how this goes. Dutta is only 4/10 of a second behind Karthik Tarni right now. And Dutta has actually made the position, as we can see on the leaderboard. That means Karthik Tarni is down into 7th place and Dutta has made up a position on the last lap. This has been extremely great.
The leader has finished the race.
Dutta has fought a good fight, getting up into 6th place on the last couple of corners. That means Karthik Tarni is down to 7th place. Dutta doing everything he can to make sure he keeps that 6th place, and he does. We see a bunch of fighting going on in the chat. I actually do not have control over the spectating. I'm just spectating what I see on the screen. I am extremely sorry for not showing the fight between Dutta and Tarni, but there's still another 4 races to go for the next 2 days, and there's a lot of more action that you guys can watch tomorrow and day after. Tomorrow will be Monza, so these will be a very, very good race. Who has gone wide here? It looks like Pradhan has gone wide in, and he has cut the corner, but It's okay. That has been a good race. It was very exciting, and that actually concludes today's action-packed races, and we will be back tomorrow with Monza, and it will be extremely exciting because that is considered the temple of speed, which means it is full speed, no downforce. So it is going to be a lit one. Without further ado, I hope you guys have a great day. Before we go, let's talk about our top 3. We have Arjun Maini in first place, a well-deserved win. He did extremely well to make sure that he kept his lead, and he proved that he has what it takes. Arjun Maini is a former Formula 2 driver, and you can see that he's extremely fast off and on track. Arjun Maini takes the lead with 25 points and having the fastest time. That means that Arjun Maini is in first for the moment, or tied with Abhishek. So the top 3, Arjun Maini, if I'm not wrong, Arjun Maini, it is then, if I can get a view, it is Sohail Shah, and then it was Advait Deodar. It has been an extremely great race. But as we finish the day, it has been an extremely action-packed weekend. We have had different winners all 2 races, and we've had a couple of restarts, a couple of crashes, but overall a really, really good and action-packed race. I hope everyone has enjoyed, and we will be live again tomorrow with Monza. Till then, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Do not leave your house unless it is essential. And till then, peace out.